You have a bone to pick with Ryan Reynolds.
I don't have a bone. I'm fascinated by the Reynolds phenomenon. And this was the biggest movie in America, and it's made $1 billion. I have nothing against Ryan Reynolds personally.
This is you being diplomatic, because if he asked to do this podcast, you'd be like,
I think he's a fine actor. He has a shtick, which is like he always plays this like wisecracking beta.
Shtick implies like low impact. Like it's his magnum opus. Like
yes, it's his career work.
It's his entire career's work. Is this shtick.
Snarky, wisecracking, always kind of like befuddled. Maybe not befuddled, but always just like, world weary.
Sure.
Is his vibe. And I'm interested in Ryan Reynolds because he hasn't made a single good motion picture. You can't think of one.
I just know him from Deadpool.
Yes. Again,
which is what we just
perfect example.
And Van Wilder.
Okay, again. So I had this instinct. I'm like, I can't think of a single, not even like an A. I want like, is there an A minus Ryan Reynolds movie? And for as famous as he is one of the top actors today.
That is a great point. In order to earn your spot in the Marvel universe, you sort of have to be in the trenches of doing art house films that get some Oscar buzz.
Yes.
And then you get to collect your check playing
you get to make child movies.
Yeah, playing the Babadook or something.
Yeah. His whole career has been, so I was like, is this just a vibe? So I wanted to Nate Silver this. I wanted to stats it.
Yeah, Dan has his phone out, and I'm seeing.
So I calculated. I used my 6 years of working at a startup to Excel spreadsheet. The only thing I could do is I could run average. I ran the averages of all of his Rotten Tomatoes.
So you ran averages of his Rotten Tomato scores.
First, I want to provide context about like what it's important to know what his peers are doing. So I looked at other major.
So who were his comparisons?
Ryan Gosling, also born in the 70s, similar age. I feel like they probably compete for similar roles. Ryan Gosling.
As soon as you said that, Ryan Gosling is so much more talented than. Anyways, go on.
I mean, Drive, The Nice Guys, Blue Valentine, Half Nelson. These are all amazing.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling movies. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. I can't name a single one of Ryan Reynolds. Okay. So his average Rotten Tomato score, 68%.
Oh, that's lower than I thought. But what are I guess he's had some.
Okay,
so
sure.
Early career.
It's like early career, you have a long career, but also like a bad movie really brings you down in Rotten Tomatoes. So you'll get like, a 10%, and that'll really. Okay, so Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Another, he's been acting since he was a zygote. 65%. Okay, you think that's one of our great American actors? 65%.
Okay, 65. That's great. That's like the.
So that's what passing.
Yeah.
In school, that's passing.
If you've been in as many films as he's been in, that's incredible.
Christian Bale, one of our chameleons, 67%.
That's great.
Okay. Tom Cruise. Again, been acting for 90 years, Tom Cruise.
Although there's been some with inflation and Mission Impossible, that's bringing up his average.
That's true, but he was been in some stinkers, Lions for Lambs.
Yeah.
66%.
Okay.
So say all the great
to earn A-list, you got to be hovering around 65%.
At least positive in terms of your number of movies. Ryan Reynolds, 52%. I don't know what a standard deviation is, but I think it's a full standard deviation.
That sounds like at least a full standard deviation, yeah.
Below 52%.
Wow.
That's half of his movies.
Half of his movies are stinkers.
Unwatchable. And this is with Marvel inflation. And so what's confusing.
So pre-Marvel, he was probably averaging like 37.
Yes. Oh, and I looked up what his his highest rated movie.
Also, listeners, remember when Dan said, I don't have a bone to pick with Ryan Reynolds?
I just want to come with the receipts. His highest rated movie is a movie called Mississippi Grind.
Okay.
Brian, how much money do you think this movie made?
Well, it's a leading question. Let's say like $5 million.
$100,000.
Oh my God.
Blake Lively didn't even see this movie, Brian. And this is his best movie. It's with Ben Mendelsohn. It's about who knows. No one saw it. It's not available.
It made $100,000.
Yeah, you can only watch it on Quibi. That's the only way.
That's only 3 people saw it.
Yeah, so that movie doesn't exist.
And if they all got popcorn, then it's only 2. That's insane.
That's his best rated movie.
Oh my God.
So I don't know, and it's what's confusing to me is he's like a billionaire because of his companies. He's like a mogul. So he knows how to do due diligence. But why can't he do that on scripts for movies? Like take the Mint Mobile, the whiskey company, the soccer team, all this stuff that you've been able to somehow make millions of dollars, billions.
Right.
Use that same thing to look at the script and be like, is this an absolute piece of shit?
I mean, you're giving him too much credit, Dan. You think he's the one who's...
I think he's a good guy.
You think he's looking at the P&Ls of these companies himself?
At least he could hire. Like, okay, if he's not doing that, can he hire someone to look at the scripts? Just have it like, does this script make me vomit when I read it? Or maybe is there something interesting about it?
Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?